the dark side every woman has and why it's powerful. There's a part of you that you've been told to hide. The side that feels anger burning hotter than it should. The side that craves more than you feel allowed to want. The side that envies, resists, and sometimes acts selfishly. This is your dark side. It is messy, intense, and yes, it is a flaw. But flaws are not a sign of weakness. They are raw energy, waiting to be understood, channeled, and transformed. The energy that once caused chaos can become your most precise instrument if you learn how to master it. The women who learn how to embrace this part of themselves don't become perfect. They become powerful. They radiate a kind of magnetism that doesn't come from looks or status, but from depth, from being whole, from carrying light and shadow in harmony. And that is exactly what we teach here. Welcome to For Every Woman XO, where we uncover the hidden layers of feminine power, the subtle habits that make you magnetic, and the inner mastery that turns your presence into something unforgettable. If you haven't already, like this video and subscribe so you never miss the tools that help you step deeper into your power. Because this journey is only just beginning. Defining the dark side. Your dark side appears in many ways. Anger that surges when boundaries are crossed. Ambition that drives restlessness. Envy that sharpens desire. Selfishness that whispers protect yourself first. And boundaries that feel isolating when mismanaged. These are flaws because left unchecked, they can create disruption. They can strain relationships, cloud judgment, or leave you drained and unsatisfied. Yet, within these flaws lies an energy that is untamed, powerful, and waiting for mastery. They are signals, raw impulses that, when transformed, become tools for clarity, focus, and strength. Why flaws exist and how they show up. Flaws are not accidents. They are not random glitches in your personality. They are reflections of unprocessed energy and unmet needs. When anger rises, it's rarely about the surface moment. It's your inner self screaming that a boundary has been crossed, that something sacred in you deserves respect. When ambition flares, it's not always desperation. Sometimes it's the signal that you're ready for more. It's the frustration of stagnation. The fire in you pushing against a life that feels too small for your vision. When envy sharpens, it isn't pettiness. It's a mirror. It reveals something you secretly desire, but haven't yet given yourself permission to claim. When selfishness emerges, most times it's not cruelty. It's your spirit crying out for restoration. It's a sign your time, your energy, and your attention have been drained beyond balance. Even boundaries, the ones people sometimes criticize you for, they don't rise from coldness. They rise because you need protection. Because without them, you're left scattered and uncentered. The truth is, ignoring these impulses doesn't make them disappear. You can bury them, suppress them, pretend they don't exist, but they will still build pressure. They will simmer beneath the surface until they leak out as stress, anxiety, resentment, or even reckless choices. But when you stop seeing flaws as enemies and start treating them as signals, everything changes. Because awareness is the first step to mastery. And mastery doesn't come from perfection. It comes from learning how to redirect raw energy into refined power. Transforming your flaws. A path to mastery. Channeling anger into strategic action. Anger, for example, is a powerful force. Left unchecked, it disrupts, fractures, and isolates. But when you learn to direct it, it becomes strategic action. That raw intensity fuels decisive communication, enforces boundaries, and mobilizes you towards what matters most. The next time you feel the burn of frustration, notice it. Instead of letting it control you, let it guide your choices. Let it sharpen your actions rather than cloud them. Harnessing ambition towards a focused vision. Ambition, when untethered, can feel endless, restless, even exhausting. Yet when focused, it becomes focused vision. Clarity of purpose that directs energy into meaningful steps. It turns craving into mastery, distraction into progress. Your drive harnessed becomes a compass pointing towards your goals, rather than a source of discontent. Transforming envy into insight. Envy often feels corrosive, stirring comparison and dissatisfaction. But when examined, it becomes insight. The discomfort reveals exactly what you desire and where your potential lies. Envy is a mirror, reflecting what you truly want to create in your life. Notice it, dissect it, and let it illuminate your path instead of poisoning it. Directing selfishness towards assertive self-care. Selfishness, the impulse to prioritize yourself even when it feels wrong, can isolate or generate guilt. But when mastered, it becomes assertive self-care. Choosing what sustains your energy, protects your focus, and allows you to operate at full capacity. Choosing yourself intentionally does not diminish others. It amplifies the life you can contribute to the world. Refining boundaries into energy management. Boundaries, when poorly enforced, can feel rigid or cold. But when refined, they become energy management. Tools for structuring your space, interactions, and attention. Clear boundaries prevent depletion and allow you to engage fully, intentionally, and powerfully. Each of these transformations requires attention, self-reflection, and deliberate practice. They do not erase the flaws. They convert their energy into mastery. Practical steps to harness your dark side. The first step is awareness. Instead of suppressing your impulses, bring them into the light. Ask yourself, which tendencies rise most intensely within me? Notice the moments where anger, envy, ambition, selfishness, or resistance appear. Naming them removes their power to control you. Awareness is always the entry point to mastery. The second step is understanding. These traits are not accidents, they are messengers. Anger is the language of violated boundaries. Ambition is the stirring of untapped growth. Envy is the mirror of hidden desire. Selfishness is the signal of depletion. Boundaries are the framework demanding clarity. When you decode the intention behind each impulse, what once looked like chaos becomes valuable information. The third step is transformation. Unrefined energy can create disorder, but directed or channeled energy creates progress. Let anger become decisive clarity. Let ambition sharpen your vision. Let envy reveal the path of your true longing. Let selfishness restore your focus and strength. Let boundaries sculpt the structure that holds your life together. True mastery isn't found in clinging to your dark side. It's found in transforming it into light. The parts of you that once felt heavy and unruly can be reshaped into forces of clarity, strength, and influence. When you channel them with intention, they no longer fracture you. They illuminate you. That transformation is where unstoppable energy is born. Your dark side begins as a flaw. Messy, uncomfortable, and sometimes destructive. But flaws are not meant to paralyze you. They are raw material for growth. When you learn to discipline your anger, direct your ambition, interpret your envy, refine your selfishness, and guard your boundaries, those very traits transform into wisdom, resilience, and power. Flaws do not disappear, but when mastered, they evolve from shadows into light, from impulses into instruments, from chaos into strength. The people who move through life decisively and unapologetically are not flawless. They are alchemists of their flaws. Share this with someone who needs to see that their intensity, their discomfort, their messy impulses are not their weakness. They are the starting point of their transformation. If this spoke to you, like this video and subscribe for more insights on mastering your full self and stepping into your most magnetic power. And if you're ready to go deeper, watch this next. Beautiful truths no one told you about womanhood. It's a perspective most women have never heard, and it might just change the way you see yourself forever. You'll find the link in the description box below. See you in the next video. You are for every woman XO.